The most unsettling thing about Dario Amodei's warning is his composure. Future historians will likely look back at this moment and observe how normal daily life felt, while an exponential shift was quietly happening in the background. Dario Amodei is the CEO of Anthropic, a leader at the frontier of AI development. He describes a timeline where highly capable AI systems arrive within the next few years, potentially much sooner than public expectations suggest. He frames this near future as a country of geniuses in a data center. This represents high-level cognition, research, and problem-solving, operating at a scale that runs 24 hours a day. The impact of this technology stems from intelligence multiplied by speed and constant availability. The transcript suggests Amodei sees a high probability of these systems arriving within a short window. With the people building the technology suggesting such an imminent arrival, the priority shifts from general observation to specific preparation. This creates a tension between technical progress and human preparation. We are approaching a window where a technology's capability outpaces what human institutions are ready to handle, a phenomenon known as the readiness gap. To understand how this intelligence scales, we have to look at how progress is measured. AI development is easiest to track in verifiable tasks. These are areas with clear, checkable feedback loops, such as coding, debugging, or complex mathematics. While AI masters tasks with clear feedback first, the trajectory is moving toward areas where verification is difficult. This includes ambiguous human judgment calls, planning a mission to Mars, structuring a global strategy, or making breakthroughs in scientific discovery. The models are evolving quickly, pushing out of basic logic and into the territory of complex judgment. Crossing that threshold introduces the profound potential to rapidly accelerate biological discovery. If high-level intelligence becomes abundant, the timeline for curing complex diseases could compress. However, the exact same cognitive capabilities that cure disease will be deployed to reshape white-collar work. This affects tasks currently performed by doctors, lawyers, analysts, and engineers, as the economy seeks to become less dependent on human labor for routine cognitive tasks. This era is defined by a stark duality. Society must figure out how to harness a technology that can cure biological disease while it simultaneously alters the modern labor market. Despite this rapid progress, the world will not change instantly. Dario makes a distinction between technology arrival, when the AI is first built, and economic diffusion, which is when it actually changes how the world functions. Real-world frictions create a delay. Even if an AI designs a miracle drug, that discovery must move through manufacturing, regulatory approval, and corporate structures. Transformation may be fast, but it is limited by human bottlenecks. This chart visualizes the growing disconnect. The steep curve is AI capability. The slow linear curve below it is the speed of institutional adaptation. The space between these lines is the readiness gap. This is where societal systems encounter friction. As AI becomes more capable, governance becomes an integral part of the technology, as this gap is where unmanaged systems operate without oversight. In this environment, leaders will be forced to make high-stakes, historically consequential decisions in minutes. When history accelerates, those choices feel like routine tasks, even if they reshape the future. This institutional friction creates a difficult governance landscape, but it also provides a window. This delay is a brief period for individuals to adapt before the gap closes. Because institutional adaptation lags behind the technology, navigating the 2027 timeline depends on individual resilience and upskilling. First, move beyond using AI for simple tasks and begin integrating it into daily workflows as a high-level cognitive partner. Second, develop a deep understanding of tools for research and analysis. Third, track the insights of frontier developers, like Amodei, to separate actual progress from the noise of general hype. Fourth, prioritize skills that are the hardest to automate: ethics, deep human context, and complex communication. Finally, anticipate the cascade. Screen-based work will transform first, but these changes will eventually trigger physical and robotic disruptions across every industry. Mastering these directives allows an individual to move through the transition with clarity, rather than being overwhelmed by the speed of the shift. In a future where a country of geniuses can provide answers to almost any technical problem, the highest human value shifts to the ability to ask the right questions. Human judgment and ethical steering become the ultimate guardrails. We are moving from being the engines of raw cognitive output to being the ones who determine the direction and purpose of these systems. The core of Amodei's warning lies in the timeline's brevity and the sheer scale of the arriving capability. The appropriate response is not panic, but a serious commitment to awareness and learning. The future may arrive calmly, then suddenly. Those who understand the shift early will be the ones most ready to shape it.